So as the WNBA versus Caitlin Clark jealousy saga continues, Angel Reese was in a press conference for the Chicago Skies and talked about how the fans are not just tuning in to only see Caitlin Clark, they're also tuning in to see her as well too. Now she will gladly take on the villain role if she hasn't already, and why the WNBA popularity in game is growing. So let's take a look in full context to what Angel Reese had to say in the regards of the current state of the WNBA and her co-worker Caitlin Clark.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Okay, I'm not going to disrespect or shit on Angel Reese because in what she said somewhat holds truth, maybe like 5 to 10%. But everything else that she said was a complete lie. People are not coming to the WNBA games to watch you. They're not tuning in for you. They're tuning in to number 22 that plays for the Indiana Fever. Okay, let's look at right here. The average attendance at all other WNBA games this week that did not include Caitlin Clark, 7,008. The average attendance at WNBA games that included Caitlin Clark, this past weekend was 17,337. More than triple that of games in which Caitlin Clark is playing, triple the attendance of games without her. You also want to see something too? As of Sunday, June 2nd, WNBA games featuring Caitlin Clark averaged 1.09 million viewers. In stark contrast, games without Caitlin Clark has averaged only 414,000 viewers. 1 million to 414,000. That is a 600,000 plus viewership gap that people are not tuning into the games if she is not playing. The average viewership that the WNBA drew this season, per games last season was 301,000. Do you see the big glowing disparity right there? Again, attendance at non-Caitlin Clark WNBA games this past weekend: 7,638, 4,015, 9,878, 7,035, 3,265, 10,207, and 7,024. Attendance at Caitlin Clark WNBA games this past weekend: 17,274, 17,401. She is drawing NBA record crowds. She is drawing NBA crowds in arenas. So far that regular teams had to move their venue to bigger arenas to accommodate the ticket demands when she was coming into town to play. Caitlin Clark is the main attraction. People have to stop with this blind eye and say, oh my God, nobody's jealous of Caitlin Clark. Yes, you are. The problem is that they're not admitting their jealousy, their envy, their hate. Of course you'd be jealous and you hate somebody if they got a $28 million shoe contract before stepping foot on the court. Of course you'd be jealous of somebody if they got all their games for the Indiana Fever was nationally televised on ESPN and your guys' games were on ESPN Plus. Of course you'd be jealous that every time Caitlin Clark is talked about in the media on a sports talk show, she generates views. These women need to admit their jealousy. It's okay to be jealous of somebody, but to try to purposely target them and take them out all because you're not them, that's the issue. We purposely see more men who watch the WNBA, and that's for a fact. We are purposely seeing this woman being targeted. It's not because of people want to try to turn into a black versus white race baiting thing. No, it's not. More men watch the WNBA than women do. Go look it up. It's pure facts. We see this woman, Caitlin Clark, is being unfairly targeted because of the hatred and the jealousy that these other players are portraying against her. If you don't believe it, go look at what Gina Auriemma said. Gina Auriemma, one of the most, if not decorated, college women's basketball coaches of all time. And I quote, I don't remember when Michael Jordan came into the league, guys looking to go out and beat him up, he said. I don't remember when Larry Bird and Magic Johnson came into the league and elevated the NBA. I don't remember them getting targeted and getting beat up just because of who they are and the attention they were getting. I've never heard of them say, hey, why didn't you do this when we were playing? Because nobody felt like it wasn't the time. People want to try to say, well, you know, the WNBA is a grown woman league. Yes, it is. You can be competitive as hell, but you don't have to try to throw elbows at somebody, knock them on the ground while they go into the air, or push them from behind, or commit ticky-tack fouls just because you don't like their trash talk. Congratulations, you're playing competitive sports. Trash talking is a part of the game. Just because somebody trash talks you does not give you the right to damn near flagrant foul them. Caitlin Clark is an asset. She is the asset. She is the main attraction. Okay? It's unfair as it is. That's just the basic of economics. If you are a star attraction, people will pay whatever they have to pay to come and see you. Just like people aren't paying those high-ass NBA tickets to go watch the referee's ref, or a six-man come off the bench, or the coach's coach. We're going to see the star player of the team perform at the highest level. People will pay top dollar to go see LeBron James perform for the Lakers. They're not going to see D'Angelo Russell. They're going to see LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Just how in Phoenix, people are going to pay top notch to see Kevin Durant and Devin Booker perform at the highest level. They're not going there to see Grayson Allen. Just like in New York, people are paying top dollar to go see Jalen Brunson perform at the highest level. They're not going there to see Dante DiVincenzo. Just like in Minnesota, people are paying top dollar to go see Anthony Edwards perform at the highest level. They're not paying top dollars to see Jaden McDaniels. That's how the basis of business works. That's how the basis of NBA media and sports media works. If you are marketable, if you are a hot commodity, they will latch onto you because that generates buzz for them. The WNBA was not generating buzz until this year. Even when Caitlin Clark was in college, she was generating record viewerships. She was generating record attendance records. Out of all the games that I just see, I didn't see no Chicago Sky's breaking records. I didn't see no name attached to Angel Reese breaking those type of records of viewership and attendance records. No. Just because you were in the national championship game and you won, congratulations to you. They were there to see Caitlin Clark. Because while you was playing at LSU, playing good, nobody knew who you were until you did the "You Can't See Me" to Caitlin Clark. To Caitlin Clark, who was the main attraction. Just how anybody who talks about LeBron James or Steph Curry or Kevin Durant, they're also going to get some spotlight on them. But just off the attendance that I just read, just off the viewership, compared to the non-games without Caitlin Clark, they're not going there to see you, honey. They're going there to see Caitlin Clark perform at the highest level. And yes, we need to stop. Okay, that doesn't mean that you guys have to roll out the white carpet or the red carpet and bow down to Caitlin Clark. Obviously, still play competitive basketball. Okay, she is an opponent. But just recognize that this young lady is going to be the pioneer for you guys to get more eyes on the product. And if you injure her, then there will no longer be no eyes on the product. If you take out your asset, you have nothing to show for. It's basic math. So we need to stop with this whole nobody's jealous of Caitlin Clark. Yes, clearly y'all jealous of Caitlin Clark. Kennedy Carter's comment talk about on Thread saying, well, besides shoot threes, what else does she really bring to the table? If that isn't hating, I don't know what is. But we need to stop. It's okay to be jealous of somebody because they got all the attention that you're not. Just how there's always a franchise star player on a basketball team, they're going to get more preferential treatment than the other 14, 15 guys. As unfair as it is, that's just the way business works. They are the franchise. They are the centerpiece. They are the main attraction. They put asses in arenas. Understand that. Be okay with it. But be open and honest about your jealousy. But don't try and kill the girl just because y'all don't like the girl. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you agree, disagree? Leave your comments down below. Smash like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.